everybody. Welcome to A Bit of Advice. Today we are on air with Denis Nurmela. We're going to be talking to him a little bit about his trip to China. And Denis started this show a few months ago, and we are now over 100,000 likes on Facebook, and it is spreading. So stay tuned to our shows in the future. And we have a co-guest today that will be hosting as well, asking some questions to Denis Nurmela. So I'm going to introduce her. If you would like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, of course. Hi everyone, I'm Niu. I'm from the MSJC and I'm the college student now.
And if you speak English, it's new, like she's not old, but she's new.
Is that correct?
She's a new host.
Oh no, just a guest. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
Dennis
awesome.
friends. I'm Dennis friends.
And
Yep.
she has some questions for Denis, and I'll chime in a little bit here and there, but it's mainly gonna be the main focus is gonna be on those guys over there today because they have some interesting questions and some interesting answers to let everybody know some good advice for today's show. So
Hey, cool. Well, I'm going to add to what you already said because, yes, she's from MSJC College,
Yep.
but she's also a reporter with Chinese Magazine,
Chinese magazine.
which is next year turning 40 years old and has millions
Yeah.
of readers, a nice full color magazine
Yeah, all the readers just from all over the world.
all over the
Yeah,
world.
and today is the this year is the 40 years celebration.
Oh, it's this year.
Yeah,
I've
this
been
year.
saying that for a whole year, so I guess that came around.
So it's from the 1978 from 1978 to this year. So it's the 40 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it's in Mandarin. It's all in Mandarin.
No, the Mandarin, English.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Now they're doing
it's
it part and part. Oh, yeah, half and half.
So we have the two versions.
That's really good. Yeah. So, 我会讲一点点 普通话.
The Mandarin.
I'll start that off a little bit with my little bit of Mandarin that I'm learning. So, in fact, at one of the dinners, I said a few things in Mandarin, and then I think it was Annie told me. She said, "Well, tell them some of the things you know." I said, "I just told them everything I know."
So, and for this time, you went to the China, right? So I want to just ask you some questions. Like, this is your first time to go to the foreign country?
Well, no, I've been to foreign countries before as a speaker.
Mhm.
I've been able to do that, but it was my first time to China.
To China.
And in what was supposed to be 2 weeks, we it turned into 3 weeks because I extended for a week. Is we went to Beijing, to Xi'an, to Suhai,
Mhm.
to Guangzhou, and to Hunan,
Yeah.
and then I snuck over to Macau and Hong Kong too, a little bit. So so we made kind of a whirlwind tour of the
that's
cities.
cool.
Taught at colleges, met with a lot of school districts. We're putting some entrepreneurship programs
Yeah.
and other programs there in China.
Wow, amazing. So, what do you feeling about this country or these places you went?
Well, I learned first of all that China is a pretty big country.
That's true.
That's it. We were flying and taking trains everywhere, but to get deep quick is I will tell you that I was very impressed with learning a lot of the core values that the people learn in China, and there's a rich history. So, about taking care of our elderly and being consistent and following through with all of their principles. There's like 12, I think, main principles that the government teaches that has come from Confucianism and all these other beliefs. I was impressed. They're all good stuff, and the people were great. And they love Americans. That's kind of important since I'm an American.
Yeah, people are also is very friendly. Just
Very.
To do the like the guide or the make friends with the foreign people from the all over the world.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was so the people impressed me. Their core values impressed me, and it's a very it's a communist country. So in America, we get these thoughts, like I had never been there. So I thought it's an old country. So there's no technology. It's, that everybody is sad because there's all these policemen and everything. And I went there and my gosh, everybody's happy. They loved meeting me and the technology. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You pay for everything with your phone. You just scan the little QR
That's
code.
very convenient. Just use the WeChat and
Yep.
Alipay and
Alipay,
lots of
WeChat.
apps.
Yeah.
What was the coolest thing that you found technology wise out there?
Well, of course, the bullet train was pretty darn cool. Something that stood out the most for me was the merging of the old with the new. And there was one incident that marked it for me. There was an older lady in more traditional clothes walking up to her old apartment building that had a door that you would think needed a big skeleton key, and she reached up with her little electronic fob and went click and opened the door.
Oh.
I said, "What?"
That's crazy.
So it was a simple little thing, but it was pretty amazing.
So what's some advice on the how to deal with the bullet train? What's something that you must know about going to that?
Well, the bullet train was actually pretty easy to take. You need to buy tickets online before you get there. It's
cheaper.
Well, not only cheaper, but you guaranteed a seat.
Okay.
So, because if you show up there, it's like, well, the next 3 are already sold out, So you might need help from a Chinese friend to do that because that's all in Mandarin. I did push myself though a couple times, and this is a bit of advice for you in any country you go to that speaks a different language, is learn a little bit of the language before you go, and then push yourself. See how much you can do. I went and got my hair cut in Beijing, and I left my phone at home on purpose, so I didn't have my Google Translate. So I went there, and they had Bu Ying Wen, so no English spoken there, and I had very little Potonghua.
I can imagine that. I'm surprised they didn't shave your head or
well,
something.
Well, the guy who was cutting my
haircut out now.
Yeah, it turned out all right. See?
Yeah, it's not too bad. You got some stragglers in
there. So the guy who was cutting my hair though had like it flat on his own head. So I said, and I pointed to the other guy that had my haircut. That's what I want over here,
That's funny.
And then another day, I had a day by myself, and so I wanted to push myself again. So I went to the zoo in Guangzhou.
Yeah, the Guangzhou.
Guangzhou Zoo, the small one. And so I had to take and transfer on the subway. So I had to figure out how to use the machine. And get my
I think there are lots of rules in Guangzhou, the subway.
It was pretty
you need
easy.
To transfer to.
Yeah, I transferred. You don't have to tell them how easy it was. I'm trying to tell them how hard it was. I had to go like one stop and transfer and go one stop. But it was still, it was very hard. Yeah, thank you.
So every time in Guangzhou, I just take the subway. I feel confused. I will ask Annie, so what's the next station, or just what's the next stop I need to go and where, and just a lot of lines.
Well, then you make me feel better that I figured it out. So went to the zoo, and I also learned, that the money there is pretty good.
So the zoo, what's the difference between the zoo in China and in here? Just the AC.
It was very hot in Guangzhou.
Yeah.
The animals spoke Chinese. So.
Couldn't understand the animals over there.
No, the animals don't walk. And I got to see the giant pandas in China. That was cool. But the advice is push yourself. That's what I would say. The advice is to go. So I went out on my own to see if I could get lost on the subway. And then that night too, I went for a walk, and I shut off my map, and I went walking, and then had to find my way back.
Didn't you lose your phone, and a guy had to chase you? And I think you told me a little bit of that story. So go ahead with that one. We'd like to hear that one.
Well, so the advice is to trust people. I was pretty freaked out. We got out of the cab, and I had set my phone on my seat. And I paid the cab driver, and then I hopped out and closed the door. And as soon as I closed the door, I realized my phone was still laying on the seat. And the cab had gone.
So how about the cab in China?
The cab.
I saw a picture. You, the Steve and Michelle just sit together in one cab.
In the cab, yeah,
in
yeah.
Beijing.
It's not too bad. Well, this cab driver found us and was able to use my phone to.
Use the app.
He used my
like the
phone to
Uber.
call Annie so I could get my
Okay.
phone back. But yeah, using a cab wasn't too hard. The thing is, okay, here's a bit of advice for you. If you're in a country where they don't speak the language, when you first go to your hotel, pick up a business card, right? Because it's in their language, okay?
That makes
Because you
sense.
can't say I'm at the international hotel. They go,
Yeah.
what's that mean?
But there
Yeah.
are a lot of information in the hotel. I
The
think.
business card is good. It's got their address. You say, here's, I want to go here.
So no English.
You don't have to say anything. Yeah.
You don't need to say anything.
There's a
Just
card,
so
yeah.
the sign language is
That's
important.
Yeah. Right. So that's a tip. That's a bit of advice for you. And if you're traveling with kids, I watched some YouTube videos before I went too. Said pick up a few of those business cards and put them on each of your kids in case they get lost. So you can at least get them back to the hotel. So that's another bit of advice.
Awesome. What kind of questions you got? I know you got some more questions than what you.
So and how about the food and the lifestyle?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Like the China.
I learned a lot of food, a lot of food, and I met with all these government officials and school administrators, and they want you to eat, And so I'm the guest, so they usually sit me next to the host.
Mm-hmm.
And the host, and then all the food is on a big round table.
They just sit together.
You spin around, yeah. Oh, well, we'll get to that in a minute. You can ask me about the.
It's fine. You can just.
Ask me about the restrooms later. So, but.
I know. I saw
Yeah,
pictures.
you can ask about that one.
It's very funny.
So we'll stay on the food because the restrooms come after the food. So.
Okay.
So the host grabs food and puts it on your plate.
Yeah.
Oh, here, try this. Oh, here, try this. In America, we don't do that. We're like, oh, would you like some more?
It's like polite behavior.
Yeah, it's polite in China.
Polite.
Oh, here, let me help you get some food. And like, phew, I think I ate 5 of those already.
I think here it would be kind of rude almost to try to do that, to just plop food on somebody's plate. I don't like that.
Yeah,
know.
Be complaining.
To stop.
It's different.
Yeah, so that's
culture,
different
for
there,
sure.
is that they do that. I don't drink either, and it's a big drinking culture. So there's a lot of, I want to do a toast to so and so. So I've used my little teacup or my water. Oh, and the other tip is when you go to China, is that when you ask for water, they're going to bring you hot water. So you have to ask for bing shui, ice water, and usually they go, how do we get ice water here? I don't know. So usually you get hot, even in the schools. When we went to the schools, there's no water fountains. It's a hot water dispenser.
So no sweet tea, huh?
Yeah, so you
Or
can
tea.
feel the same feeling about the Chinese people in the America. Just I want to ask them the hot water.
Yeah. Now you know why, because that's what they get usually.
Yeah,
it's not so you can make tea. It's you drink the hot water.
That's great.
You just sip on hot water instead of cold water.
So there's no sweet tea or
no, just the
regular tea.
Regular tea,
They
no
don't add sugar and stuff
man.
usually. Yeah.
I'm from the South, man. I have to.
Well, then you would like all like the fruit drinks at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those are good. Those are sweet. So
Yeah.
after the meal, you get your sweet drink with
So
fruit.
you can still get like the like Coca-Cola and
Yeah.
still
That's
like
Annie has to have her
sodas.
soda.
yeah,
soda.
All the time,
soda. Don't call them pop.
Soda.
Yeah, her soda. Yeah. Oh no, they've got all that there. It's all in Chinese though. So, but
Awesome. So what was the hardest word to say that you've learned thus far?
the hardest word that I've learned so far was idiendia. Idiendia. Idiendia.
Yeah, she didn't even know what that is. I don't know.
Means
You
a
might
little
not be
bit.
saying it right.
Did I say it right?
Oh,
Idiendia.
一点点.
Idiendia.
Yeah.
Idiendia.
What does
I
that
don't know
mean?
why I'm confused.
Yeah,
yeah,
what
yeah.
does this mean,
So you said
Dennis?
the
What-
business
It means a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
It means a little bit. Idiendia.
一点点.
Idiendian.
Yeah.
Oh,
this-
Idiendian.
Yeah, this time.
He's the Indian.
That was the hardest word.
He's the
Yes,
Indian.
you didn't say it
Indian.
anymore.
I can remember that.
No, I
He's
just-
the Indian.
That sounds like
Who's
the
the Indian?
Indian.
Yeah, Indian.
Yes, the Indian.
I would be terrible at learning that because I have the southern accent too. I can only imagine what that.
Oh
was like.
yeah, and then now they know that. Oh, he's got a Hunan accent or he's got a Beijing accent, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm just lucky to learn what the word
different
is.
Yeah.
People has the accent.
Yeah, different accents.
Different
Just
accents.
yeah. So So that was a tough word, which is something simple to say to somebody, wo kui jiao India potongguan. It means I speak a little bit of Mandarin.
What kind of family pets are out there?
Not too many people had pets. There's
Like,
some
there's
people
no,
that
like,
were out walking a dog
dogs?
and stuff, but yeah, we asked about that. Not a lot of pets. So, and then with the kind of food we ate, pets wouldn't last too long anyway. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I ate a donkey and
Wow.
pig brain, pigeon, scorpion, some kind of
I'm good.
grub. The
I
scorpion's
would
really
probably
good. I had seconds.
I would probably try it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it would be just like a regular thing for me. I'd have to get used to that.
It was
insects.
the scorpion was crunchy, like the very
Really?
tip of the wing of a chicken that was fried that got a little burnt. There's like hardly any flavor, but it's crunchy.
Yes.
It's kind
Tastes
of
like
addictive.
chicken, huh?
No, it didn't.
It tastes like
Yeah, the tip of the chicken.
The
Yeah,
tip of
yeah.
the chicken, though.
The piece of the chicken that doesn't taste like chicken, that's what it tastes
Oh,
like.
okay. The batter of the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Makes
so that I ate a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. The only thing I didn't like, and I've tried it 4 times in my life, is durian fruit. Do you like it?
I don't.
Good. You don't like it either? Good. That
But
stuff's
in
gross.
Beijing, I saw a picture. You post just lots of like the food, just
Yeah.
just put the roll, just like not the food in the regular.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sandwiches From the
Oh yeah, on the street.
on the street.
Yeah. That's all good. And you just walk down the street, and then you just pay with your phone.
Yeah, in
Really?
Beijing, it's very special. The food in the street.
Oh yeah. Beijing is good. That's where I had
Yeah.
the
Is it like farmers
scorpion.
market?
Yeah, you just walk along the street, and
Yeah.
they got their
the
little
street.
shops.
Really?
So
Yeah,
like the
lots of
apartments are all
shops.
upstairs, and then on the bottom is the shops
That's pretty cool.
because they build up because there's so many people.
So that's where everybody would go, like get their groceries and stuff. That would
Yeah.
be considered like.
There's some actual grocery stores
Is
too,
it?
but not like you expect. It's a little bit different.
So what was the humidity like compared to California?
So Xi'an is nice. Guangzhou and Hong Kong and Macau are hot and sticky. That's like Florida
Yeah, Alabama.
and Alabama in the hot summer.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even summer, So I'm talking to
man.
people about how hot and sticky it was. They go, "Oh, it'll get bad in the summer." Like, this isn't bad.
So were you near the ocean at all? Like,
Yeah, Guangzhou is more the southern area,
Mm.
and Hong Kong
Yeah,
too is over there.
I think Hong Kong weather is good. Hong Kong and Macau.
Macau is still kind of hot for me,
Um,
but it's
Macau-
closer to the ocean. It's like going here in California. If you go to San Diego, you get more of a breeze.
right.
Yeah.
So I think that's
I think
probably the same for
the
Hong
weather
Kong.
is
Okay.
just Hong Kong is same
Yeah,
like
it's-
SD San Diego.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. It's not as hot and
But
sticky as
Macau is
Guangzhou.
hot.
And
Guangzhou
Macau
is
is still on the connected to the mainland.
connected.
So yeah. So that's that's pretty good. But so you gonna ask me about that other thing?
Mm,
You remember what you were gonna
what's
ask me?
your the restroom?
Yeah.
Been waiting all day to hear this one.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for asking.
Hey, you may not know squat about China, but you better learn how to squat if you're gonna go to the bathroom in China.
Man.
So here I probably still have. Oh yeah.
That's the toilet paper, huh?
This is tissue.
Tissue.
Right?
Tissue.
Now there's a whole aisle of this in the supermarket in China. A whole aisle, not just a little section. Because you better have some on you all the time, right? Because some little restaurants won't have
This is your
napkins.
free from the China.
No, I think I just got in the habit of grabbing it. So every morning, so I grabbed it this morning.
Oh, yeah.
So some restaurants don't have napkins, and if they do, it's usually a tissue box.
Yeah.
So it's not like big napkins.
Are you talking
And
about toilet paper?
And if you use the restroom, then you better have one of these because they don't supply a roll.
So no TP.
Yeah, and then they don't want this down in the thing either, so you put it in a little basket.
I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's not what I'm used to. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
different.
not real sure.
But I like to try everything. So I had a full engagement twice with the restrooms in China and was successful. Did not soil myself anywhere. So
Got it.
have some paper with you because they don't supply the roll at a lot of places. The hotels and people's homes usually have a toilet, but the public area you got to work on that squat.
So what are some common phrases that you used while you were there?
Ni hao is ni means you and hao means good, but they say ni hao as a way of kind of saying hello.
So they like saying, "Are you good?
You good?
Yeah,
You good?" But if you really mean it, like you're really asking the question, "Are you good?" then you say ni hao ma.
What was you saying earlier? You said something earlier. What did you say?
I think I said ni hao.
You said one other little thing after that.
Ni hao, potongkwa.
Yeah, what does that mean?
My friend.
My friend.
Wait, no.
You good, my friend?
What's the better?
What's my thing I usually say? Not potongkwa, no. Ni hao, pongyo.
Yeah, pongyo.
Pongyo is my friend. Yeah, pongyo.
And 一点点.
Yeah. Very little. Yeah.
I only know a little bit.
Better get that one.
It's a
Yeah.
long phrase. I think it's a long phrase. Sorry.
That's it. Yeah. But they love Americans there. You're kind of a celebrity there because you look. And the only time they see Americans, except the cities that have a lot of tourists, Guangzhou and Beijing have a lot. But a lot of the other cities, though, the only time they see somebody that looks like us is when they're watching a movie. So they see you, and I don't know if they think you're a movie star or something, but and then I get all the 20-year-old girls looking at me like I'm cute. I'm a 55-year-old overweight man. It's kind of good for the ego. Yeah.
Pull out the tissue. They got tissue.
Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you were getting the 20-year-old?
Yeah.
I got tissue right here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
In case they forgot it. One Chinese guy was looking around the restroom and there were no hand towels. I pulled my tissue out. We made friends really quick.
That's funny. So what other common phrases?
Sai Tian.
再见.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ming Tian Jian. Ming Tian Jian is see you tomorrow. Let's see, what else did I say?
It'd be good for some of our listeners to learn this stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you're going to China, those are some good phrases to learn. Hao Tzu means good food.
Delicious.
So if did I say it right?
Delicious. The 好吃.
Yeah, Hao Tzu. And so if somebody serves you food, the waitresses come in and stuff, and you say, "Oh, Hao Tzu, Hao Tzu." So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And 谢谢. Thank you.
Oh, 谢谢. Yeah. 谢谢.
Thank you, Shishin.
Well, I learned that. Yeah, the second one is shorter, right? I was saying shia. It's like shishin. The second one's like short.
Shishin.
Yeah. So you learn the word, but if you don't say the word right, you said something else.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that.
So here's the thing: if you say ma, it's like saying mother because it goes up. Ma, right?
Okay.
If you say ma, it means hemp, I think, or something like that. Right?
What?
If you say ma, like it bounces, and it means horse.
Yeah.
You don't want to say that to your mother.
You don't want to say that to your mother.
Yeah. What's the other one? What's just ma?
Ma.
What?
Just like ask
What's it mean?
question.
Oh no, that's the fifth one. Yeah. What's this second tone?
Ma.
Ma. What is that one? Ma.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. It means something else.
So
And then ma at the end of
whatever.
the sentence means I'm asking you a yes or no question. So when you say ni hao ma, a short little ma, not ni hao ma.
They say like, yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, you good, mom?
Yeah.
No.
So
So the pronunciation's important. So I go practice with strangers when I walk down the road, and I keep saying it until somebody will look at me and nod. Because if they look at me and go, "What the heck you say?"
you have to ask where the bathroom was.
That's
that would be important.
Shishojian. Where can I go? Where's the washroom? Shishojian.
So
That
you
one I
still
got
wash your
pretty
hands in the bathroom, though, right?
It's like the.
Yeah, okay.
The
Just making
restroom.
sure.
Well,
We're looking, like,
sometimes
outside.
Sometimes you go use the hole in the floor,
yeah,
and then you're looking for where to wash your hands. And the women's room and the men's room, you come out to the same area to wash your hands.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Okay, yeah.
So that's even a little bit here.
I think the big advice. I know we're running low on time and all that stuff, but I don't know if you had more questions for me. But it's I think that the key is get out there and learn and get to know different people and different parts of the world.
Most certainly.
Because I've really fallen in love with the country. I will be back there a lot in the coming months. Stay tuned for news.
Hopefully, I get to take a trip out there too.
Oh yeah, you have to come visit me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with somebody. I can't go by myself. I got too much of an accent, man. It wouldn't work. I'd be me, how mom, y'all. No, I'm good.
I'll be like, ooh, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, Siri.
Yeah, that helps too. Is the
translator?
Translator.
Yeah, that would definitely help me out a whole lot.
I can write my name in Chinese characters.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a friend taught me how, and then they told me that Annie said, "Oh no, that's the wrong last character." It's so I say, Wo Jiao, Danny's is my name. But I was saying Danny's son, which is a different character.
Yeah, it's different.
And she said, no, Danny's and she showed me the character. I'm like, that's a lot harder. Danny's is a lot harder than Danny's son. So I think maybe I'll change my name. But no, I finally got that last character down. So, but a lot of advice is, the best advice I think is to get out there, meet the people. I just love the people. They would.
You make many friends.
Oh, I met many friends. Yeah, I adopted some sons and daughters. And I told the people I was with, I said, and this is a line from my father.
You have a big family in China.
I got a big family there. And my dad, before he passed away, he had a line that I've stolen now. He said, I'm really good with the ladies, under 8 and over 80. So the little kids, the parents would send them to talk to me because they know they're learning English in school. Oh, go talk to him. So I have all these random pictures with these, little 6-year-old kids,
It's my grandmother, I think. 100.
Yes, I met your great grandmother.
Yeah.
She'll be 101 next month.
So what would be your golden nugget for today, since we are running out of time?
The golden nugget would be to push yourself to learn, whether it be learn a new language, get to know new people. That's my big bit of advice, is push yourself out of your comfort zone. I thought China was going to be a place that I could say, hey, I've been there,
Yeah.
but I've left a piece of my heart there, with the people. I really, it feels like a second home there, and I'll be happy to go back and enjoy more time there. I'll be teaching at a lot more colleges coming up, and in fact, I'll be doing a big seminar in Guangzhou in early December with a lot of other speakers that we're putting on.
Hopefully we can get a video of that.
Yeah, stay tuned for more news about China. I'm sure there will be more big news coming out pretty soon. So.
Oh yeah, well, we thank everybody for joining us today on A Bit of Advice. We will have the show will be on YouTube. It's live on YouTube right now, but it will actually have a video that will be ready on YouTube and on our page on Facebook. So thank you all for joining us, and see us next week to see who we have on A Bit of Advice.
Bye.
Bye.